Hey, what's up, y'all? So today, I'll be sharing with you a very disturbing clip, okay, of this poor, teen who's getting very seriously abused by the evil society, all right, by the pedo mafia. Thanks, Obama. Now, what exactly is going on? Well, about to find out. School systems are so fucked and they care about like the complete wrong things. I don't know if it's just my school or my school district, but we have always had a bathroom ban. Okay, phone bans I can understand, but bathroom bans, like basically you can only use the bathroom 5 times in a quarter or in a semester, I don't remember. Either way, it's still absurd. And you can only use it once in class and they count it up. They count it up. Like they have to you have to fill out a form and then they put together the forms and you get in trouble if you used it too long or something. So tell me why today. And I'm going to tell you why this is fucking crazy to me because yeah, I mean, it should be self-evident why this is crazy as fuck. Thanks, Obama. I mean, like, holy shit. Holy shit, man. Schools are just evil. I mean, schools are gay and stupid, all right? I mean, just wow. What's it like? I remember when I was a kid. I'm, in my 30s. I'm from the millennial generation, and back in my day, I mean, okay, honestly, it wasn't as bad in my day. Like, it was, they were not that crazy about it back in my day, but it was still pretty ridiculous. Like, they would still like freak out if kids had to use the restroom during class, and you only got like 5 minutes in between class, you know, to ever use a bathroom. What I mean? It's just like, what the fuck, homos. So yeah, I thought this video was very triggering. It contains some very offensive and politically incorrect content. So I get that trigger warning, right? I mean, this is so fucked up, man. Let me tell you, man. Kids, teens, young adults, they get treated so shitty in our fucking evil cunt society, man. It's like they're expected to put with so much disrespect and just horrible maltreatment at SKU. And here's the thing. Um, I'll provide a link to the video if I can find it, but I saw a video where they're like referencing some study done in the 1800s, and kids got to choose. And they asked kids, "Hey, would you rather if you got paid the exact same amount of money, would you rather work in a factory or go to SKU?" And most of them, the overall majority of them, said they'd rather work in a factory. Yeah, something. They constantly brainwash kids to say that, oh, fast food's bad. Don't work in fast food, stay at school because fast food's so much shittier. But here's the thing, I personally actually have worked in fast food, and I actually liked it pretty well. I thought it was about 1% the pain and suffering as going to SKU. All right, and honestly, man, it actually is a pretty good long term career route. Think about it. I mean, if you work your way up to management position, like in a lot of fast food joints, it's like if you work as a manager for about a year or so, as a general manager for a year or so, then you do their franchise training program, and then you can be able to open up your own franchise, which is basically like it's like open up your own McDonald's, anywhere you want, and you get to keep most of the profits. Yeah, you get to keep most of the profits. You just got to give like a small percentage to Domino's or McDonald's or Pizza Hut or whatever headquarters, you know, and and then you know, and then that's all you got to do, and think about it, dude. I mean, if after high school you work in fast food and after 5 years you are now a franchise owner, okay, I can pretty much guarantee you have a way better education and financial situation than if you were to go to college, spend 4 years getting a bachelor's degree in business management, and then get an MBA. MBA is a master's of business administration and takes like 1 year to get. All right, I can pretty much guarantee you that you have far better experience and far better finances, most likely, if you do the fast food route, where you end up after 5 years being a franchise owner. Now, you're gonna have to work your way up to manager positions, but if you do go that route, I think it's a way better idea than going to college. Oh yeah, and plus you learn so many carryover skills. Like if you want to start your own business, well, if you know how to be a franchise owner for a major fast food joint, you know I mean, you're obviously going to know how to run a business pretty well, and there's tons of very useful, pragmatic carryover skills in a wide variety of different areas. So I personally think that fast food is a great education and a great career route long term. You know, it's actually a pretty good idea to get into fast food long term. You know what I mean? It really is. Okay. College is, I mean, well, here's like more and more Gen Z and Gen Alpha are waking up to the bullshit of school, right? You know, they see their millennial parents, how we all got screwed over. Yeah, they see millennial parents and just millennials in general. They're like, oh yeah, they got screwed over. They got into all this fucking debt for degrees that they're having a hard time getting a job in. Maybe like here's the thing. Take for example computer science. In 2019, computer science would have seemed like a great degree to get, but 4 years later, in 2023, there's all those fucking tech layoffs, and now it's it's not impossible to get a job. It's just way more difficult than before. Even if you do have more experience. You know what I mean? And and now maybe it doesn't seem like such a great idea to get a degree in computer science. Oh wait, but how are you supposed to know that in 2019? Like, how are you supposed to know that? You see, so it's such a gamble. You got to gamble all this money and spend all this time and energy, and it's mostly maleducation. Yeah, here's the thing: software engineers will typically tell you that they only use about 5 to 10% of their college education on the job. Yeah, I'm completely serious. So there. I mean, like formal education is just a scam. It's just a mind graping, just evil pedo um, system ran by a bunch of evil pedos. All right. Yeah. I mean, the Jeffrey Epsteins came up with this whole torture kids with school thing. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, dude, I used to think that, oh, well, I'm sure school is less bad than working in an 1800s factory. But that's the thing, man. The opinion of kids who actually did live in those times and actually did work in the factories, most of them prefer the factories to school, which shocked me. I mean, I did not know that was the case. So yeah, school's dumb. It's maleducation, and they just want to bully kids and torture them with these like ridiculous gay rules that make no logical sense. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is fucked up, right? This is very offensive and politically incorrect. You know, I just it's just so fucked up what our evil society does to children, man. Kids, teens, young adults. You know, just screws them over, man. Like if they don't screw you over in school, they'll try to screw you over in the military, right? Well, that's two in the one, right? Oftentimes they they recruit military with free school, right? But then you're basically signing up to be. Well, you know what? I don't even feel like getting into it. Bottom line is, this is all really dumb and stupid, and I hate it. All right, fuck this evil society. Bye.